Hey everybody, I'm back. Thank you so much for being patient. Now that the sun is out longer and the temperature is better, people have been buying off my eBay store. So thank you. In this video, we're going to go through a series of pickups from Facebook, thrift stores, and pawn shops. Whether it be the thrill of the hunt or coming across fragments of my past, it has been a lot of fun collecting video games. Not all were steals, but when you come across Road Rage and Time Crisis for $16 together, you can't go wrong. Hey, look at this air hockey table, it's so awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just turn the other way. I always like finding cheap possibilities for a game arrangement. This will do. I am not confident in saying that my camera skills are the greatest. Filming with one hand and manipulating things with the other on screen has been fairly difficult, and so shout out to everybody that's been doing it this way. I will get a body mount for my camera eventually. There was a huge market for import racing games, especially when Fast and the Furious came out. Ninja Turtles, anybody? I thought the artwork on this was sick. So this was my initial pile, and I was kind of humming and hawing. And at this point my wife and my daughter were a little bit cranky, so I trimmed it down a little bit, and this is what I got. I had stated earlier that I love finding little creative ways of displaying your games, and so this stuck out to me, and immediately after giving it a little bit of a wipe, decided to put my Game Boy games in there. Of course the first one didn't work the way I intended it to, but as I had put more games in it, they had stacked pretty well. Now you can't see the artwork for the ones in the back, but for now we'll do. Now we have to talk about this game. Everybody passes up on sports games, and if you do this hobby long enough, you know there are a few gems out there. I believe the rule of thumb is, if you haven't seen it before and it looks different, it possibly is worth something. And sometimes taking a chance for a few bucks could be worth it. Now I am not a sports fan, remind you, and this is probably a game I won't keep. But wow, I was surprised when I found out how much it was worth. We found Need for Speed Underground Greatest Hits for the PlayStation 2 for $3.99, and fair market value has it for $11 complete in box, so not a bad deal. Spent a little bit more than I should have for this game, but I love this game. It's okay, Raphael. All is better now. At first I was a little skeptical about this set because I wasn't sure if it was the 90s cartoon. The artwork just looked a little bit different than what I remember. But then again, it has been a few years, so for $9.99 I took a chance. And from the beginning of the video you saw initially the previews were different. And then I went to the main menu and I was really relieved. Oof, that price. I'm not experienced in toys, but I do come across them a lot. I came across this doll.
Are you still playing with that doll? Action figure, that's so hard to understand. But forget.
My bad, action figure. It had nylon clothes and rubber boots for $2.99. It also did this. That was cool. I was pleased to find out that it was from the 90s, which was my time when I thought being a kid was cool. I'm big on superheroes, so the first thing that caught my eye were the Hulk, but then I found more Max Steel stuff. And then tons of bags that had Transformers in it. I wasn't sure how much all of this was worth, but the bags ranged from $2.99 to $6.99, so I just got them all. I promise after doing a little bit of research, I will go through all of them. Here's a huge find at the pawn shop. I'm gonna leave it to you if you can find out what that is. Did you see it? In case you didn't. Wow, I was so pumped. Here's footage of me picking up some games from Facebook Market, and I got 4 for $20, and the one game that stuck out to me was 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. To summarize those two pickups, 3 of these games were about $20 a piece. And the last game, of course, DJ Fight for New York, which has been on my wish list for a very long time, is complete in box. Fair market value now is $158. He was kind enough to give me those games for $3 a piece. Camillo is a game that is not worth a lot, but I do want to play it. Halo Wars Limited Edition in a metal casing for $5. This was the 5 games for 20 deal off Facebook Market. Halo 3 in metal casing as well. And the one game, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, is a game that is also on my wish list. And for $5, I couldn't go wrong. Of course, no manual, but that's okay. Hey, Phoenix Resale. I love rabbits. Do you love rabbits? I decided to hit the pawn shop for one last time. I went up to the front and said, hey, I have been coming here a few times now, and this game is not sold. $15.99, he gave me a deal, $10 for Captain America. I also picked up a few odds and ends here. 3 games for $10, Bruce Lee for the Xbox, which I hear is a terrible game, but I wanted it. Tetris Worlds, a dual game with Star Wars Clone Wars. Not worth a lot, but the main idea about video game hunting and collecting, as cliche as this may sound, if you're consistent, if you're polite, and if you develop a system that works for you, you will come across those finds. Not every deal is a steal, not every genre is bad, and some deals just slip away. You can't have it all, but you can have a lot of fun. And that's all that really matters. I look forward to speaking with you and showing you all that I love doing in life. Until next time.